Hello, welcome. We are following the Formula Offroad Championship and now the two-day event in the United States. Tennessee was this year's venue. 14 cars entered, and this is the second time that Icelandic Formula Offroad cars go to the United States. A lot of Icelandic competitors truly excited to take part on foreign ground, and a lot of fans coming out to watch the event. The cars would stay in the United States from Wednesday till Sunday, and before the weekend they were all unloading their containers, getting the cars out, getting everything ready, and they need to bring everything over. All the spare parts, all the cars, all the... well, everything needed for service. However, this car was highly anticipated. One of Iceland's biggest legends, Gísli Gunnar Jónsson. He has countless titles. And this car has been raced for a few years under different names. However, Gísli has not competed for a lot of years. And let's catch up with Gísli.
Jæja, Gísli Gunnar Jónsson, þú að mæta aftur til leiks eftir töluvera fjarveru.
Já, það rétt.
Og mætir á sama bílnum með það ekki? Það ekki búið að breyta bílnum mikið frá því þú keppti síðast?
Hann eiginlega nánast alveg eins. Hann búinn að vera bara síðan 97. En 97, þannig að það búið uppfæra smá.
Þannig að hann í rauninni bara nákvæmlega eins og þegar þú vannst Íslandsmeistaratitilinn árið 2001?
Já.
Og hvað finnst þér hafa breyst í torfærunni á þessum tíma frá því þú varst að keppa reglulega í Íslandsmótinu? Hafa bílarnir eitthvað verið að breytast eða þessi bíl alveg nógu góður til að vinna?
Bílarnir hafa náttúrulega breyst eitthvað sko, menn er að setja svona fjöðrunarkerfi í bílana, Fox, þú veist, og ég er búinn að setja svona dumpstopp í hann, staðan fyrir samsláttabúða. Og það hefur ekkert svo sem hentað þessum bíl neitt betur. Ég alveg vilja hafa gummibúðan í, en þetta er bara eitthvað sem það er að sjá betur sko.
Heldur þú að þú verður að keppa fyrsta sæti í dag á þessum bíl?
Já, það er lagt á stað með það allavega. Það er svona vonaða besta í þessu.
Þú hefur nú aldrei verið þekktur fyrir það að keppa ekki fyrsta sæti?
Það er maður ekki að reyna að halda það áfram.
Gangi ég vel um helgina.
Takk fyrir það.
Thursday, mainly used for testing.
Gestur, you have arrived here in USA, but what's going on with the car behind us?
We are making a difference on the brakes, new cylinders and calipers.
Isn't it a bit late doing this now?
Yeah, of course. This had been done in Iceland, but we got the parts here and got time.
And you're hoping to test the car today before the race tomorrow?
Yeah, we are just finished the brakes in the rear, and then we are going to take a test run.
Yep, Tennessee did not disappoint. So here we are at the first track of the weekend, and this is Guðbjörn Grímsson, first track. He is the main organizer of this event. Now this is going all right for Guðbjörn. 1600 horsepower in this car, and there we go, a big roll right away from Guðbjörn, backed up, full throttle, took a rear barrel roll.
Þetta var nú ekki eins og þú vildir gera þetta eða það?
Nei, það fór aðeins öðruvísi en ég ætlaði, en hérna við bara horfum á jákvæða hliðarnar. Bílinn hefur aldrei virkað eins og hann virkar núna og ég ræði ekkert auðvitað power. Þannig að það verður æðislega gaman á morgun á vatninu og svo eftir í brautunum.
However, they found out during medical checks after the first track roll that he was not able to continue. However, two other drivers stepped up, Elva Stefánsdóttir and Kristinn Birgisson, and they we're going to drive it for the remainder of the weekend. However, the car did not work properly after the big roll, and eventually they retired. Now, the Icelandic champion, Guðmundur Ingi Arnarsson.
Já, Guðmundur, ríkjandi Íslandsmeistari og komin hingað til Bandaríkjanna. Það þýðir ekkert annað en fyrsta seti hér, það?
Nei, það verður að stefna á það náttúrulega eins og alltaf.
Og já, þú varst í öðru seti hérna í fyrra, alveg eins og varst í öðru seti í Íslandsmótinu í fyrra. Já. Þannig að ekki bara búið að skrifa þetta á þig að þú mynd ná fyrsta seti hér?
Það nú aldrei neitt öðrugt í þessu, þetta getur nú snúist alveg á bragði en auðvitað væri það óskastaða.
Here's Guðmundur, he's of course going for the win. The Icelandic champion does well here to begin with. Already picked up penalty points through 2 gates. That might be a penalty point as well. And here we go for the final bank. No, needs a lot more speed to get up there. However, 250 points, 80 penalty points, 170 points. Here is Magnús Sigurðsson driving the Cube, 4-cylinder turbo. Stops there, he needs to be cautious not to get a lot of penalties. These tracks quite demanding. There he takes the white stick there, that's 40 penalty points. Backs it up, that's more penalty points, 40 penalty points. So he has over 100 penalty points. He needs to go all the way to get some points out of this track. And he knows it. Gives it all he got, there's more penalty points, 20 points there. Goes for the final bank. Tries it, but close. However, a roll stops Magnús. 110 points in total. You need to be more to the right there. However, it's very, very steep, which makes it quite tricky. Now, Gísli Gunnar Jónsson, legend of Icelandic Formula Offroad. 5 times in a row, Icelandic champion. Competed in the World Cup, won that in '96, and last competed in 2012. So over 10 years since Gísli raced on a regular basis, always the same car. Not really changed it at all since '97, and Gísli is doing this well. Experience obviously does not get forgotten. He's not gonna try for the final bank. However, only 40 penalty points, so that's 210 points. Clever from Gísli. Here we have Geir Evert Grímsson. He's been pretty up and down in the Icelandic Championship this summer. However, he goes all the way up there. 210 points as well. Here we have Þór Þormar Pálsson. Purchased this car in the spring. This car has been the Icelandic champion the past 4 years. Þór Þormar yet to win a race, even though he has been racing for over a decade. Does well here. There's quite a lot of penalty points though. Will he go for the final gate? Goes for it. Goes to the right there. We don't really see him. There he goes. He goes. 350 for length. Gets 140 penalty points as well. So 3 drivers split the top place after the first course with 210 points. Second track, pretty hot in Tennessee. And here we have Ingólfur Guðvarðarson. Tries to go for it, 180 points. Does not go all the way. Here's Haukur Einarsson driving Hekla. Gets out of it there. Yeah, gets it saved. 200 points for length, so that's decent. Here we have Gestur Ingólfsson. Gestur had some mechanical issues to begin with. Goes all the way, but that does not give him everything. Let's see here. During the landing, the rear axle breaks, and they could not get it fixed through right away. I would miss the next course. Big hit there in the landing. Here we have Magnús Sigurðsson. He rolled in the first course. You need a lot of speed to get up here. Will he try it? No, gets thrown there, gets the throw back, and another roll. 2 rolls in 2 tries, and down he goes. Magnus Sigurðsson. And here we have Þór Þormar. Will he go all the way here? He tries, gets past that bump, however, it was big enough to create trouble. Backs it up, 40 penalty points, he's gonna go again, and there he goes, full speed. Well done. Needs to go up the final bank here, and it's as steep. He's gonna try it again. 80 points just for reversing. Will he go all the way? He does. No, wait a minute. He misses it. Misses it. The gate a little bit above. So that's 170 points, and it's a far, far way back down if he rolled all the way. Thought is out. And his truck beats their 3rd course of the day. Gísli Gunnar. 11 tracks in Tennessee, not 6 like in the normal Icelandic Formula Offroad. However, over 2 days, and there we go. The legends also roll. And there we see he gets 180 points for it. The car shows a bit of damage, but he drives itself back.
Það er náttúrulega að klúra þessu pínu á það sko, ég átti náttúrulega ekki að velta þér. En það er maður svona gripið svolítið ótrúlega sko, það er ekkert grip, það er rosa grip.
Já, þú ert náttúrulega að keyra hérna í fyrsta skipti.
Já, þannig að það er svo þarna sko, hann bara allt í hennu hendur til hliðar og... En hérna, þetta er bara gaman.
Yep, that's just fun. Now next for course number 3, this is Elias Guðmundsson. He's in his rookie season. Did quite well to begin with, however, it sort of fell off during the season. He's already gone further than Gísli, that's loose. Listen to that crowd when he goes all the way. That's first for me, seeing Formula Offroad cars drive through the vegetation. Does not go all the way, but gets a good haul of points. Here's Magnus Sigurðsson. He's already rolled twice in the first 2 courses. Will he go for the 3rd? Quickly goes through there. However, he's starting to run into trouble here. Needs to back it up. That's 40 penalty points. Put it back in drive and floor it. And that's what he does. But he loses it there. And that's 3 and 3 for Magnus Sigurðsson. The Cube likes to show the fans its underparts. Here we have Guðmundur Ingi.
Það nú aldrei neitt örugt í þessu, þetta getur nú snúist alveg á bragðið en...
Yeah, it can all change in an instant. And that might have been where he loses all his chance to win without some major upsets for his competitors. Here we see the standings after the first 3. Haukur Einarsson first, Gísli Gunnar Jónsson and Geir Grímsson follow closely.
Samt í fyrsta seti, þó að það hefur ekki verið með nýtró í síðustu 2 brautum, getur þú bara haldið áfram að vera nýtrólaus?
Geta, það er ekki gott, þú veist, ég þarf gasið til að sprengja hann upp á snúning og svona á hérna út af konvektöfnum og svona, en vonum það besta, en ég ætla bara vonum við reddum þessu, hann er smóltið tími í næstu braut.
They were gonna try to fix the nitrous for the 4th course, and let's see if they got it. That we can answer here. No, that's 10 points. The nitrous gives it the response that it needs, and therefore his lead is gone. Here we have Magnus Sigurðsson. He's so far without penalties, and now up the steepest parts, full throttle, very steep, and that's not the correct way to go. The final gate is to the left, misses it. So he does not get points for full length, and Ingólfur Guðrason in trouble there. Somewhere inside that dust is a Formula Offroad car and an unhappy driver. Gísli Gunnar Jónsson, let's see how he does it. So far so good for Gísli. Needs to have a lot of car control to get past there. It's pretty tight. And now he needs to pick up the speed. This car is quite heavy. And there he goes for full throttle. There's a lot of dust, but not a lot of speed. Will he make it all the way out? No. Won't get it. 230 points for length. However, no penalties. So that means that Gísli takes the lead. So the final course of the first day. Here is Haukur. No nitrous still. And that does continue to trouble him. However, he gets through the first bit. And now for the second one, will Haukur do it? No, he can't. Needed more speed. And the nitrous not working. Here we have Gunnar Jónsson driving the Doctor. And that's not the right way. And he continues full throttle, and it could have ended badly. That cat in front, that could have been a bit of a trouble. Gísli Gunnar Jónsson having a look at the course. Is it possible? If anybody knows, Gísli will. Full throttle, but gets the rebound like the Doctor. And that's not good enough. However, he has reversed. Will he try again? He will go for it. And he does. Good call from Gísli to do that. And goes for the second gate. However, that's 90 points. Þormar Pálsson. Full throttle up here, but that's not enough. A lot of small bumps creating throwback. And this means that it's all opening up. Here's Magnús Sigurðsson, he goes through. The Cube, a light car that could be helping him. And goes through there as well. A lot of power. And continues here. It should be easy to go all the way. Let's hear the crowd. It's a lot of entertainment watching these Formula Offroad races, and these fans love it. So the standings after day number 1. Gísli Gunnar Jónsson on his return leads. Magnús Sigurðsson second, Geir Grímsson third, and Gestur fourth. Haukur fell down to 5th at the eve of the first day. However, Saturday morning, the competition would continue. Gísli first for the first track. And so far so good for Gísli. He's got a small lead, and it will be tight, the battle. However, something's not quite right. There's no power there, and a roll there, which can be explained by the lack of power. However, Gísli managed to get it back to the pits. It is Magnús Sigurðsson driving the Cube. A different car than all the others, like we've stated multiple times. Will he go all the way? Can't quite make it. 230 points. Geir Grímsson, Sledgehammer. He's not been doing it well enough here in the United States. First day was pretty tough. However, can he change it here? Tries to go for it. He managed to touch the stick at the end, so that's 350 points for length. Good job. However, that's not looking good. Fire in the Sledgehammer. And he needs to get out. And we need to get an extinguisher there. And they quickly put the flames out. That's a brave man opening the hood there. And pretty much all the staff in Tennessee, Icelandic, flew over to marshal this race. However, the car needs to be pulled away. So, track number 2. Gísli Gunnar Jónsson again first. The courses on the second day a bit easier. However, in no way easy. But just not quite as demanding as the first day's tracks. So, Gísli picked up 40 penalty points there. Goes into the vegetation without power. That's only 210 points. Let's hear from Gísli. What's up?
Gísli, hvað af?
Það stórt spurt þegar maður veit ekki.
Það var einhver turdugangur í honum í fyrstu 2 brautum. Þetta sama bilunin?
Það eitthvað að hrekkja mig. Þetta spurning. Það sennilega eitthvað í blöndungnum sko. Það gróhreindi eða eitthvað. Það verður bara komið ljós. Við erum svona að reyna að redda því.
Yep. So they thought it was the carburetor troubling Gísli. They were going to try to get it fixed for the next course. Here we are on board with Þór Þormar Pálsson. Doing it well. Look at how much steering input is needing all the way up. And here we have it, full throttle, going for the final, fighting the wheel. And that's it, he goes all the way up, full points. Now Gerrit Grímsson here, there's a big fight. He's fighting for the win in Tennessee. And after Gísli and Magnús ran into their troubles, then they would up the fight. 40 penalty points there for reversing. It's a very loose. The dust goes all the way, but gets 40 penalty points. So that helps Þór Þormar. Magnús Sigurðsson, he had troubles on the second day. Rolled on the first course, and here we are in the second track. He's doing alright here. However, he's got the correct line, but there breaks the rear differential, and you won't go far with only a front-wheel drive Formula Offroad car.
Magnús, you were second after the first day, and now you're third. What happened?
Drive shaft. Left drive shaft in the second course, and the other one I roll over. So
you tried to get clean through the gate there. Would it have been better just to take the stake?
Yeah, definitely. That would be the safe thing.
But that's the tricky thing about Formula Offroad. You have to make the choice.
Yes. And yeah, this costs you dearly when you make a mistake like this.
Here we see Magnús's mechanics and Magnús himself trying to fix the cube. Back to the action. We're still in track number 2. Here is Haukur driving Hekla. It's a lot of power. However, the nitro was still not working as it should, and you need these cars working on all of its horsepower and all the components working like they should. And as you can hear here, the car is not sounding right. It's not sounding good. So Haukur would retire on the second day. Only gets 200 points here and is struggling a lot getting up there. After the second course, a short service break where all the crews would work on their cars. And let's look at the standings. Gerrit Grímsson leads, Þór Þormar second, Magnús Sigurðsson third, and Gestur fourth. Now let's have a look at course number 3. It's steep to get up, not only on wheels, also on legs. Here we have the doctor braking a rear wheel, the rear drive, the rear axle, and that's a roll, even though we don't see it. The dust taking over in Tennessee. Here we see it gets thrown there up in the air. That breaks the dip, and struggles. After that, here we have Þór Þormar. Will he get through the first bank? He needs to get all the points he can to clinch the victory in Tennessee. That's nicely done by Þór. And here we have the steepest section, full throttle, needs to get it, a lot of pace there. Will he go all the way? He does. Penalty points, but a good drive. And goes all the way. Now Geirivert Grímsson knows that he at least needs to equal Þór Þormar. Here we have Geirivert, still no penalty points. Goes through there, no penalty points. Well done by Geirivert. And here we have the correct line, full throttle. Will he go all the way? 350 points, no penalty points. Well done by Geir, who would extend his lead at that point. Now, Gísli Gunnar, carburetor problems is what they thought. Let's see if the car is working. Yeah, looks better, definitely. However, the car, as it gets warmer, it starts bogging down. And that's happening there. Needs to save himself there from a roll. And that means that Gísli is completely out of the race for the win. Magnús, he was in third place. Let's see how he does here. Pretty roughly here through the stick. That's 40 penalty points. Up the steep section, full throttle. He just does not really have control there. Not really, no. Ooh, gets hit there. It goes. He hits the tree. That's Formula Offroad first, I'm pretty sure. And next we have Ingólfur Guðrason is driving Guttin. A lot of power there. Now what will Ingólfur do here? He is losing control here. And rushing photographers trying to get away, which they do. Everybody safely away though. However, that's not a good points haul. Here we have Guðlaugur Sindri Helgason. And he is struggling here like others. Almost rolls it. No, manages to reverse it there out of it. But that's only 200 points. Now, Guðmundur Ingi Arnason. Well, the first day was not his day. And he was in 11th place at a point. Not what was expected by the Icelandic champion. Now he needs speed here for the steep section. He's got quite a lot of speed. Full throttle. Will he go all the way? Well done by Guðmundur Ingi. That's a champion's drive. 350 points for length there. A few decided to watch it from zip lines. Here's the doctor. Let's see how they get on. And that's a lot of speed. That was one of the bigger ones that we've seen. He's lucky not to roll it big time. Now the cube, Magnús Sigurðsson. Magnús pretty chilled here at the beginning. Pretty easy here at the start. Now he gets into the steeper parts. He gets quite a few penalty points there. Full throttle. Goes all the way. Here's Gísli Gunnar. They could not get the engine fixed. They found out that it wasn't the carburetor. It was a fault in the ignition system, which would make it all harder. However, Gísli shows there once again that he is one of the best in getting out of these rolls. Look at this. He should have rolled here, but managed to throw it into reverse and get the car back on its wheels. That's skill, I tell you. Here's Þór Þormar Pálsson. He is fighting for the win with Geirivert Grímsson. He needs to get a good points haul here if he wants to fight for the win. Þór doing it well here. Only got 20 penalty points so far. Goes all the way. Yes, 350 points for Lane. 20 penalty points. What will his rival do? Geir Evert here. He needs a good point, so he needs more points than Thor Thormar. That's probably penalty points. We will see 40 penalty points. Yes, he goes all the way. 350 for Lane. 40 penalty points. So Thor Thormar gets a little bit back. However, Geir Evert still leads before we go into the final off-road track of the day. However, 50 points divide the top two. So here we are on the 5th course. This will be the final course before the time attack. Pretty simple course. Straight. Thor Thormar decides to go here to the left. Takes 20 penalty points while going through the final gate. Gets 330 points. Here's Gisli Gunnar still struggling with the car. Very disappointing for Gisli to not be able to compete. And ends up rolling it here. And that would mean that Gisli would end the day in 8th place. However, he showed on day 1 that he still has all the qualities to win a Formula Offroad race. Just maybe not a 2-day race. Here we see the roll again. Gisli Gunnar, a true honor to see him race Formula Offroad again. So next up is Magnus Sigurðsson. The cube. He's gonna go to the right now. Different to Thor Thormar, but gets stuck there right away. 40 penalty points there for backing up. And can't give it another try. Will he go to the left now? That's a question. Looks like he's gonna try it on the right again. No, gets thrown over there. And that's another roll for the cube. Without any competition, the king of the rollovers in the United States this weekend. The fans loved it though, like always. Let's see it again here. Goes for it, full throttle, gets kicked up, and pretty soft roll there. Here we have Gestur Ingolfsson driving the Dream. He started out pretty decently, however missed out a course on day number 1 and therefore really had no chance of a win. Full throttle here, well done, only 10 penalty points. Geir Evert probably watched that, and he's next up. He knows that Thor Thormar got 20 penalty points, 50 points, sorry, separated them before this race. And now no penalty points for Geir Evert, which means that he has extended his lead.
Já, Geir, fyrsta sætið fyrir síðustu braut, ertu ekki að setja leiðilega mikla press á þig?
Jó, þetta bara snilt.
Og búið að vassvera bílinn vel fyrir vatnið?
Nei, það eftir að fara í það.
En þá þarf að vassvera vel, þú lendir í vandræðum á hellu?
Já, yfirleitt alltaf.
Já. Og hvað til ráða þar?
Það bara eitthvað plastbóki núna og nóga að setja þetta teipi og bara fara yfir, þetta snýst það.
Já. Gerir þetta almennilega?
Já, það verður að klára þetta núna.
Gangi vel á eftir.
Takk fyrir.
So, here we have Svanur Tómasson in course number 5. He was not doing anything spectacular in the United States. However, manages to save the car from a big roll here. Guðmundur Ingi Arnarsson, the champion, next. He's currently running in 3rd place. Really does not have any chance to catch the leaders. Gets 350 points here, getting back up to speed the way we expected him to do. Here is Elias Guðmundsson. Did well on parts, but as a rookie has had a pretty good season, and will be exciting to see him next season. Here he needs a little bit more power, or will he make it? Get some traction there and go through the gate. That's well done. Next up, Guðlaugur Sindri Helgason driving Magic Yellow. He has not been racing a lot recently. Almost rolls it. an argument whether that was a roll or not. Let's see it again. The car rolls over to the top. That's well done. He managed to save it from further rolls by driving out of it. Here we have Ingólfur Guðbrandsson, Guttinn. He just needs that little bit to fight for the wins in races, but keeps on doing it that way, and that is a jump. He gets 300 points. Needs to drive away to get the 50 points for the final gate. He is pretty intense there on the throttle, goes there, full throttle, all the speed, jumps through the gate, and ends up upside down. And he enjoys it. Enjoys it. Now the final car. Bjarki Reynisson struggled the whole competition with this car. Ended up in 10th place. And here we have him in the final course. And that's a roll. The animal rolls. Fire and everything. And it's beached. It's stuck in. However, he's barely out of the car when the fire is extinguished there. And that's all part of Formula Offroad. Quick response from the staff on site. Let's see it again here. A small roll, but big enough to have the car catch fire. Transmission fluid probably leaking down onto the hot exhaust. And everybody's right in to get it all extinguished. He managed to fix the car for the final course. So now all the drivers go to make their cars ready for the water. Let's see the standings. 70 points. Split Geir Evert and Þór Þormar. Guðmundur Ingi is in third. Geir Evert and Þór Þormar, they need to fight for the win. The water was driven at night. Floodlights would light it up. Spectacular to watch. Here we have Magnús Sigurðsson first up. The cube drives well here. It floats well. It's a light car. Need a lot of speed and no change of direction to manage to get it this quickly over the water. Let's see it again. This is a time attack, so it's not enough to finish. You need to finish in good time. The best time will give you 350 points. Here we have Gísli Gunnar Jónsson since 2002. This is what he was famous for. Floating it. However, his car was not working pretty well. He did not have the speed. The car sinks and he finishes it in 45 seconds. Somewhere there in the dark, Gísli Gunnar would be. Here we have Gestur Ingólfsson. Did it well. A lot of speed for the Dream. And did by far the best time, 9.4 seconds. An awesome drive for Gestur. Here we have Svanur Tómasson. Struggles there, gets it sunk. Needed more speed and more traction or float, whatever you want to call it. There. Now the champion, Guðmundur Ingi, has always been quick, hydroplaning. And that did not change in the United States. However, the time, nothing special. Loses time there, loses speed in the end. However, that would be enough to get third place in the competition. Next up, Kristján Birgisson. And he sinks. That's Katla Turbo. However, the car was not working, which is a shame, because it would have been fun to see all 1600 horsepower hydroplane over there. But hey, there's always next year. Next up in the water, Elias Guðmundsson. Good float. Gets a bit wobbly there, but managed to go all the way over. 11.4 seconds. 330 points. Guðlaugur Sindri Helgason, not fast enough for what? He's wobbling there. The car looks a bit soft on the suspension, however he gets sunk there in the end. Now, Ingólfur Guðvarason. Good float. Very good float. Will he go all the way? You need to keep it up all the way. 12.2 seconds. Finishes this race in 6th place. Bjarki Reynisson. Full power finally for his car. He's always been good on the water. And that continued. Good drive for Bjarki. Finished in 10th place. Jón Vilhjálmsson next up, driving the Doctor. And the Doctor did not go far in the water, sunk right away. And full throttle here. Try and get it going in the water. But the time would be very bad. Now let's see the fight for first place. Gerrit Grímsson would go first, driving the Sledgehammer, and if he just goes over well, that would be good enough for him to keep his 70 points lead on Þór Þormar. How will he go for Geir Evert? He gets wobbly there in the middle of the lake. Sinks. That is not good for Geir Evert Grímsson. That could be the win there. Gone away from him. Tries to get going, goes through the gate. Managed to get through the gate. That's 23.2 seconds. That's only 212 points. Geir Evert thinks it's enough to win. Celebrates. However, Þór Þormar next up. Final one. Fireworks. Just to make it a little bit cooler, he needs 70 points more than Geir Evert. And under the fireworks, what time do we get? We don't have the time yet. Let's see it again. Þór Þormar. Here we go. That might be enough for Þór Þormar to actually clinch the win here. And under the fireworks, he gets it just over 10 seconds, and that is enough for the win. Þór Þormar Pálsson wins in the United States, and that, we can see the wheel, it falls off there just as he crosses the line. Best possible moment after clinching the win here in this one-off event in the United States. So let's see the final standings. Þór Þormar Pálsson gets his first ever win in Formula Offroad. Wins Geir Evert Grímsson, who loses it there in the water. Guðmundur Arnarsson third. Now what a race we got in Tennessee. We will have a review of the whole season here. Don't miss it.